Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I'm hoping I have Carol on here. It doesn't look like she's on yet. But hi everybody, anyone at home for this recording. If you have access with a strap or blocks or a bolster or pillow, you know the room is set up a little different. So you can go anywhere you want, anywhere you fit. Very much welcome. Happy to have everyone here. Hello, hello. We'll start lying on your backs since you're already there and you all look so cozy and comfortable. Just begin to relax. So you don't need your strap right now. I was just letting you know what you might need. So strap, blocks, pillow, or bolster. You can use a towel if you have a towel at home. And I'm going to walk around here in a few minutes once we get started. And I'm going to be giving out these yes, please, or no, thank you cards. So these cards can be used if you want to be adjusted through class. And at the end of class, we'll use these cards if you want to have a towel placed on the mat to put over your eyes for our Shavasana and Yoga Nidra. Just beginning to settle in, start to relax down. Go ahead and close your eyes. And just begin to notice your body, everything you're feeling. Begin to notice your breath. So all aspects of your breath. And let's just start with the temperature of the breath. Notice the temperature as it comes in. And then notice the difference of the temperature as it exits or leaves the body. Notice where the breath flows. Maybe moving into your upper chest, mid ribs, lower belly. If you notice that your breath may not quite be moving into the lower belly, let's try to force, or not necessarily force, but let's focus the breath there. So breathing in all the way down into your belly. So maybe allowing your stomach to press up. So as the diaphragm expands with air, you might notice the raise or rise in your belly, stomach. So I'm going to do a reading before class here. It's actually the reading that I read for class yesterday because I really loved it. And I think it something that we could all use and focus on, especially in these times that we're dealing with right now. So this reading is from our book, Journey to the Heart, by Melanie Beatty. Why hurry through? Why hurry through a day, an hour, a life? Hurry never catches up with itself. It misses out, it strains, it stresses. It doesn't trust the natural rhythm, the natural order of the universe. Slow down. Tap into the rhythm of the world. Tap into your rhythm as you dance through life, as you dance through eternity. When we hurry, it is as if we are dancing out of step to the music. We become out of sync. Our body strains and stresses. We stop enjoying life. We are too busy hurrying, racing blindly to somewhere, anywhere. We hurry so fast that when we get there, we don't take the time to enjoy it. We simply hurry on to the next moment. Step in time to the music, the rhythm of your soul. The rhythm will lead you where you want to go. It will take you through all the tasks that need doing. It will take you down the road to spiritual growth, healing, fulfillment, and joy. And you'll have more fun going there because you weren't in a hurry. I really like that reading. It really pertains to me. I'm sure a lot of us are dealing with that in our everyday lives. Hopefully the quarantine that we were just in may have helped you to slow down a little bit if you were at home. And as you're lying here for the next few breaths, let's pull your feet in together, placing the soles of your feet, touching butterfly pose. So feet touching, knees open up out to the outer edge of the mat. Begin to relax through the inner thighs, relax the knees. Letting gravity work the legs down towards the mat. So settling in deeper. I think most of you here are familiar with what yin yoga is, but if you're not quite familiar with yin yoga, we hold poses anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Just try to relax your body into these poses. We settle in. We try to find stillness, stillness of mind, stillness of body. So you can really allow these yin yoga classes to help you get into the deeper practices of our yoga. So we have our physical practice in a lot of our vinyasa classes. But there's 7 more limbs than just that physical practice. So because we're so slow in here, we're so settled down, we're so relaxed, you can really get into some of those deeper limbs of yoga. So the concentration, meditation, pranayama, or breath. Allowing your senses to go inside. So really letting yourself pay attention to your body. Notice everything you feel in the body while you lie here. And all of these 8 limbs of yoga. So as we're practicing all these limbs of yoga, eventually the 8th limb of yoga, samadhi, our connection to the divine, pure connection to the self, Let's go ahead and lengthen those legs back out. Letting the legs come wide with the mat. I'm going to just take a few breaths. So focusing once again, like we did at the beginning of class, let's focus that deep belly breath. So go ahead and inhale through the nose. Allow the breath to come all the way down the body into the diaphragm, even if you're exaggerating the belly to lift. Exhale as you let that breath go through nose or mouth. Pull the belly in, getting all the air out of the diaphragm, the lungs, the throat. Let it all go. Inhale, nice and slow. Try to extend that breath for at least 5 seconds. Let the belly rise. And then release. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale, release that breath. Inhale. And exhale. And this time, practicing some breath retention. Let's inhale, belly rises. When you come to the top of that breath, pause the breath. Exhale, release. When you come to the bottom of that breath, we'll pause again. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale again, coming back into your natural breath. And let's go ahead and close the legs because they've been nice and wide with the mat. Begin to sit up. We're going to come into that seated forward fold. So here in your caterpillar pose, and in yin we call poses by different names. So you know that we're getting into a long variation of the pose, and also we're relaxing our body into the pose. So here, folding over the legs, we're getting into the hamstrings, the backs of the knees, the backs of the thighs. And it's okay to relax the legs a little bit, maybe placing something underneath the knees to help support the legs a little bit. Begin to fold over in this pose for you, and it's okay to round the back a little bit. Relax your shoulders down, relax your head or neck. If you have a block, you can place that block underneath your head to support your neck. Maybe underneath your chest or belly to support your upper body. You can also use one of those pillows if you have a pillow. You can place that pillow in your lap, pillow under the knees, whatever feels good. Just begin to settle in caterpillar pose, folding forward. Getting nice and deep into those hamstrings. And I tend to start a timer in here, so if you see me up here on the phone, I'm just playing with our timer. I'll be coming around with those cards that I spoke about earlier. I'm going to set them down with the yes, please side up. So if you do not want to be touched, or if you're not ready for that, well, won't worry about the cloth part yet. We'll deal with that when we come to the end of class. So here I come. Just in case I forgot to mention, we do have a COVID waiver to sign. So if you did not sign one of those waivers yet, just sign it on your way out. That's fine. Good, and let's begin to slowly roll up. So from here, lifting that upper body up. Let's come into a seated, wide leg forward fold. So this time, just open the legs up. If you're comfortable staying where you're at, you can just open the legs. If you find that that's uncomfortable for your feet or ankles, you can turn and be lengthwise with your mat. This pose is also called dragonfly pose in yin yoga. And I'm starting that timer. So as you're here, once again, we're going to roll the back. So if the back is rounded slightly and the shoulders are down, that's okay. If you'd like to place your bolster or pillow in between the legs and lie down on that bolster, you can do that. You can also use your blocks here. Maybe double stack them, letting your chest or your upper body lie down on those blocks. You can maybe place a block under your forehead if that suits you better. Wherever your body's at, this time getting into those inner thighs, getting into the inner knees. Maybe you feel some sensation in the ankles. But some people also like to place a block underneath their hips or pelvis here. That would help to rotate your pelvis forward. Maybe help you lean forward a little bit more. Just begin to relax over top of whatever prop you have, or maybe even just letting your body hang in full gravity in the center. Try to let the pressure go from the inner thighs. And now, depending on which direction your legs are in, so maybe you have a V shape, maybe your legs are wider out. So that's going to just change where you're feeling the pose. The wider your legs, you'll be feeling more inner thigh. If your legs are a little closer together, you might be feeling sensations also in your hamstrings. Let the feet open up. Maybe they fall out to the sides. Maybe they're pointed. Maybe they're flexed. Every one of us are a little bit different. Our bodies are shaped different. We're having some technical difficulties on the music. That's okay, just taking a breather. So let's begin to walk yourselves up. From here, we'll move into butterfly pose, seated. So place the soles of the feet together. We'll start with our feet as close as you can get them towards your pelvis. So as the feet are closer, you might not be able to lean as far in. So there's 3 different versions here we're going to take. The first one, the feet are very close to your body. Just begin to lean in slightly towards the inner legs. And as we are starting this, I'm going to work on this speaker. For some reason, it is not connecting. Very good, and we'll come into the second version. So just lifting yourself up just slightly. Let's slide the feet forward, only about a foot distance forward. So maybe about 6 inches. Once again, leaning back forward towards the feet. So for your next few breaths, let's go ahead and lift the chest up. Bring the feet out about another 6 inches. So into a deep diamond shape. So as you begin to lean forward over this deep diamond shape, you might notice that the sensations once again start to change in your legs. So as the feet are out farther and you're leaning forward, maybe now you feel it in your hamstrings, so the backs of the thighs. Maybe a little bit in your knees, the backs of the knees. Go ahead and lean forward. As the feet are in this deeper diamond shape, you might notice that your upper body is getting closer to your legs or feet. Wherever you're at, once again, begin to relax. You can use your blocks here, you can use a bolster here, your props, whatever you have nearby. You only have about 2 more breaths. So if you'd like to take these breaths with a 5-second inhale and a 5-second exhale, that's okay to do. The end of this exhale, let's pause the breath. And as you begin to inhale again, lift the upper body up. From here, let's just release those legs back out. Shake the knees out a little bit. Maybe place the hands right behind your glutes. So open the chest. Let the head drop back. Roll the shoulders back. And just begin to lean over. Getting a nice little stretch in the shoulder and neck. Feel the release in your legs as we come out of that deep pose. We've done a lot of work on your legs today. And for our next pose, let me see how everyone is sitting. We're going to move into your sleeping swan pose. So with the legs extended out, let's slide the left leg behind you. Right leg begins to bend in. Sleeping swan is the same as your pigeon if you're more familiar with that. So you're going to end up with a bent forward knee. The leg behind you is stretched out. Again, here you can use your blocks if you choose. Place one maybe under your forehead. You can also use your pillow under your forehead. Just begin to relax over that leg. So as you move into this pose, remember we're in yin, we're holding this pose for a long time. So as you begin to relax, keep that in mind. You don't necessarily have to go into the very deepest version of this pose right now. Because as gravity works for the next 3 to 5 minutes, you're going to naturally get deeper in the pose. So it's really up to you. What is your depth? How deep do you want to go? That's your edge. That is a first principle to any yin yoga pose. I'm going to begin that timer so we are equal on both sides. So the main intention of this pose is to work your pelvis. So we're getting into your outer hip area. You might also feel sensations in the inner leg. Quadricep or hip flexor of the leg that's extended back behind you. Trying to relax and soften all of those areas. So here we're folded over. Try to close your eyes. Coming back to all of those yin yoga and yoga principles. So we come into our edge. We relax our body. We find stillness. So stillness of mind. That's where that yoga comes into practice. Can you calm your thoughts? Can you bring your thoughts back into the room, to the present moment? Being mindful. Tools to do that is finding your body. What are you feeling? What position are you lying on? Where do you feel this pose? So that's all of your body awareness. Maybe coming back to the breath. 4 more breaths on this side. And this is our last breath, so if you would like to take that with a 5-second inhale to 5-second exhale, go ahead and do so. You pause the breath when you get to the bottom. Notice all of the sensations in that stillness. And when you're ready, let's move out. So as slow as you can. Begin to lift chest. Lift up the body, slide that right leg back, meeting a tabletop or down dog, whatever feels good. If you're in tabletop, let's take some cat-cows here. So with a neutral spine to start, you'll inhale, lower your belly, raise your tailbone and your head. Exhale, you'll round line, lower the head. Inhale, reverse, shoulders reach back, head lifts up. Rise. Exhale, reverse. Exhale that back up, head lowers down. Inhale, last one. If you're following along. And exhale, round that spine. Neutral spine here. Head straight out and long. Let's bring that left leg forward, bending the knee. Uncurl the leg. Start to walk back leg back, sleeping swan on the other side. Begin to lean over that leg when you are ready. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. You're just allowing yourself the first few breaths to really find that perfect position here in this pose. What feels good? How deep do you want to go on this side? Figuring out where you want to go with what depth. Do you want a pillow on this side? Maybe you need a block or a bolster. At the same time, if this side is very uncomfortable, you can always take a different version or even a more relaxed version on this side. Once you find that perfect spot, begin to relax and settle your body. Settle your mind, settle your thoughts. For the next 4 minutes, try to be in your body. 5 breaths. So if your mind began to wander, just bring it back. We call that being the constant observer of your thoughts. Just trying to be mindful. Be here. 3 more breaths. Let's exhale the air out wherever you're at. Pause at the bottom. Notice those feelings, bodily feelings. When you're ready, move out of the pose as slowly as you can. Tabletop, maybe. Down dog if that feels better. It's getting a little movement in the body. Maybe rocking the hips right and left this time. Maybe taking those cat-cows if that feels good. So whatever feels good to your body, do that. Some people like to do these little hip circles to really release those outer hips and your glutes. So just try to close your eyes, be in the body. Let your body lead the way. What's it telling you to do? What feels good? Feet in a seated, wide-kneed, seated child's pose. So hips come down towards the feet. This is also known as your tadpole pose. Let the hands come out nice and wide, forehead down towards the mat. You can also place your pillow or bolster in between your legs here to support your body. So this is almost like a baby frog. So you imagine that. The legs are nice and wide. So if you have a more open pelvis here, you might be able to also set the feet out towards the edge of the mat and let your hips come between the feet. So that does not work for everyone. So you can try it. It might be a little bit too much sensation on your inner thighs if you're trying that version. If that feels uncomfortable, then go ahead and place the feet back together. You can let your hips sit towards those heels. They may not touch your heels. You might be elevated or lifted. It's okay. This is just about feeling good, feeling some tension, feeling a dull, bitter achiness, maybe a burning sensation. We're only going to be here for about 4 more full breaths. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. So really letting yourself settle in. Arms outstretched ahead of you. Relax through your shoulders. So we're going to get into the shoulders here as well. Main intention of this pose would be your legs, your inner thighs, your outer pelvis. Secondary sensation with the arms extended forward is the back of your shoulders here. If you're feeling an uncomfortable pinching sensation, or a painful pinching sensation, I should say, let your arms be a little bit wider than the shoulder width. Let's lift up just enough so we can slide our right arm under for twisting tadpole. So this is about the rear delt and the back of your shoulder joint. So I'll just face anybody here. So I have my right arm underneath where my chest would be. Left hand is forward. So as you're lying down, keep the legs. You can lie down, See if you feel the sensations on the back of that shoulder. Forehead may touch the mat here. You might place an ear on the mat if that feels better. We've only got about 2 more breaths here, so relax into that shoulder joint as much as you can. Very good, and when you're ready, start to lift back up with that left hand. Right arm reaches out and forward. This time the left arm will reach underneath the chest. Settle on in, twisting tadpole. This time getting those sensations in the outer left shoulder. This time your rear delt area. So we're working your whole shoulder and your shoulder capsule here. So the fascia, the connective tissue all around that shoulder joint. We'll only be here for about 4 more breaths. And let's begin to unstack that shoulder. Both hands come out in front of you one more time. And let's just lie back down. Chest meets the mat. Maybe your chin, maybe your forehead. Where are you at? How does it feel? And after your next breath, let's start to walk those hands back. Sitting onto the heels. If your feet are wide, go ahead and place the feet together for saddle pose. For your saddle pose, you're sitting down on your heels, maybe even a block between the legs. In your saddle pose, I'm going to place a block between the legs. Knees are wide, so this is similar to your hero pose, but with saddle, your knees are actually wide. It's a little bit easier on the knees. So you can stay here in a seated position, upright spine, or you can begin to walk the hands back. So you might be here, leaning back into the shoulders. If you are leaning back into the shoulders, try relaxing your shoulders here. Let the weight of your body hang on those shoulder joints. You might also get some sensation in the elbow area. So fingertips can face back, they can face out to the side, whatever feels good. Maybe your fingertips face your glutes. I don't know, that doesn't feel great for me, but I've seen some people do that. You can stay here. If you're able to lie all the way back and that's comfortable for you, you can do that as well. That is not something that my body wants to do. You'll be feeling a lot of sensation on your lower back if you're able to lie all the way down. Just try to relax your body. So the main intention of this pose is your quadriceps and your hip flexors. We're putting compression also on your lower back if you're leaning into your back here. You're also putting some sensation in your elbows. Your head can either be lying backwards or you can keep it elevated. Try to close the eyes, go back inside. This for me is one of the more difficult poses. I have a hard time staying here for a long time. So in your knees, just paying attention to your knees. How do your knees feel? So a little bit of sensation in your knees is okay. A burning sensation is okay, but stay away from pain. And only you know when you feel pain. Only you know what feels right for your body. We've only got about 3 more breaths. This is your last breath. Exhale, release that breath out. And with your next inhale, let's move out of this pose. Be gentle and easy with your body, not only your lower back, but also your knees. So as you begin to come forward, remove the block from underneath your pelvis if it's there. And let's meet with our hips on the mat, our glutes touching the mat, legs are forward. Let's just massage out those knees a little bit. Circle out your ankles. So that's a lot of pressure on the tops of your feet in that last pose. Circle out the ankles. Get a little movement in. So we're forcing that energy to flow back into your bodies here. Release that timer. So we'll meet lying on our backs for our last pose before our final resting pose. Go ahead and grab your straps. Now if you're at home, you can use a towel here. Let the left leg be long. We're going to start with the right leg up for your flamenco A pose. So this is very similar to your hand to big toe. You can also ixnay the strap if you don't have anything, and you can grab for your big toe with your hand. It does feel better with a strap or a towel because we're trying to relax our leg as best as you can. So maybe that leg is long, maybe the leg is up close to your body. Wherever you're at, just try to be in the moment. This is a pretty tough pose. Go ahead and start that timer. In your flamenco A, if you're at home, or if you're here, I generally tend to double wrap the strap around both of my arms. By doing that, I'm putting attention in my hands. I can relax also my arms and my shoulders. So the weight is now being supported in the strap. And as you lie here, just start to notice the other parts of your body. So you might be focusing mostly on your lower leg, the back of your leg, the back of the knee and the calf. How about your shoulders? Are your shoulders soft and relaxed? How about your eyelids and your tongue? And now let's reach up with your left hand. Grab a hold of both sides of that strap. Let the leg drop about 30 degrees towards your left side. The right leg is in the air. We're dropping away. Inner legs. What you want to feel is sensation coursing up and down the outside of your top leg. So the IT band area, if you're familiar with that term. And this would be your flamenco V. Once again, try to soften all of that tissue in your face. Relax your face. Soften and relax your neck, your shoulders. Straighten the leg back up high, flamenco C. Reach up with your right hand. Grab a hold of both sides of the strap. Let's open the leg towards your right side. So your toes may be pointed towards the floor, maybe out to the side, wherever your leg is at. Just try to relax your inner thigh. So now we're getting into the inner pelvis, the inner leg. Try to keep the left hip and glute on the mat as your leg is open up. Slowly lift the leg up. We'll move right into the other side. So once the leg is up, go ahead and release that strap. Right leg comes down to the mat, and your left leg is going to lift. Wrap the strap on the inside of the foot, flamenco A. Grabbing a hold of that strap with both hands. Begin to relax the shoulders. Relax the back of the leg. Maybe removing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. We've got about 3 more breaths with this version. Reaching up with the strap. Right hand this time grabs a hold of that strap. Flamenco B, the leg drops towards the inner line of the body. So to feel sensations on the outside of your left leg. So the left leg drops towards the right about 30 degrees. Notice all those sensations on the outer left leg. Trying to keep your left glute on the mat. So we're not really lifting our hips up. Try to keep yourself grounded here. Only hinging our leg at the hip joint. You can ask yourself, how does this side feel in comparison to the other side? Does this side feel tighter, looser, better? We'll move into flamenco C. So let the leg come back up. Reaching left hand to strap. Drop the leg open, flamenco C. Maybe the leg opens all the way up, down towards the floor. It could be higher. There's no right or wrong way as long as it feels good for your body. This time, the right glute stays planted on the mat. So both hips stay down. Let's release that leg. Bringing the leg up towards the sky. Remove the strap. Lower that leg down. And this is our final resting pose. Let both legs be nice and wide with the mat. We'll find our center first, grounding ourselves. Just allow yourself to be here for the next couple of breaths. If you would like to place your bolster or pillow underneath both of your bent knees for your Shavasana, your final resting pose, you can always do that. But for now, let's just settle in. Where are we at? So begin to notice your body awareness, where your body is lying centered on the mat, and where you're at in the room. Grounding yourself, grounding your bodies. We'll do a little bit of breath work here. But before we move into that complete final resting pose, let's just bring attention to your heart. So your heart chakra located in the center of the chest. You can imagine that your heart chakra is located or pulsing out from your spinal cord. So your spinal right of your plate. As that chakra moves out, it balloons out, taking the whole front of your chest. So as you notice and feel your heart, maybe you can feel the heart beating. Let's do a little bit of third eye breathing. So your third eye is located in the center of the forehead. You can even imagine it's a tiny pinpoint at the top of your spine, where your spinal cord and your brain connect. As it balloons out, it's your intuition. It's focus and ballooning out to the whole forehead. So to cleanse your third eye, let's imagine that breath coming into your third eye. So imagine the breath coming into the forehead. We're cleansing that breath all the way in. Let's focus that breath moving out of the heart chakra. So visualize that breath. Exhale. As you exhale, it's also exiting the third eye. So we're cleansing here, bringing cleansing energy. Inhale, third eye to the heart. Exhale, out of the third eye, the breath comes out. Visualize the breath coming in the third eye. Maybe this time it moves a little bit farther down your body, cleansing through your chakras. Exhale out of the third eye. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, third eye. Inhale, third eye, cleanse. Exhale, third eye. As we're cleansing this third eye, I would like you to think about something you want to be true in your life. Maybe something you're practicing, whether it be an intention, a mantra, or just something you want more of. Visualize that as you're cleansing this third eye. Think about what it would look like being true and present in your current life. With that thing being here, present in your mind, let's just ask the universe, the divine, ask for signs of that being true. What would it look like? As we begin to move into our final resting pose, coming back into your natural, comfortable breath. And I'm going to run and get some cloths. I'll be placing the cloths down along the side, the right side of your head. You would like to grab it. familiar with yoga nidra. This is where it guides your consciousness, your awareness, your thoughts to different parts of your body. We'll call out that body part. Just bring your attention to that body part. Your mind's eye. You visualize it, you bring a ray of light to it. I always like to begin on the right side here. The right side here. The right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, the right wrist, forearm, elbow, and bicep. The right side shoulder, the right side chest, the right side body, the right side body, your right hip, your right hip, your right thigh and knee, your right shin, your right ankle, and your whole right foot. And from here, we move on to your left hand, your left hand, your left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger. Your left hand, left side wrist, forearm, elbow, bicep, and shoulder. Your left side chest, your left side body, and your left hip, thigh, knee, and shin. Your left foot, your whole left foot. Begin to notice the front side of your body and any sensations you may feel there. And then the back of your body. And now begin to notice your whole body. Begin to notice your whole body. Are there any sensations you're feeling there? Or does it feel as though you are light, maybe drifting up off the mat? Floating or hovering slightly over. And bring your attention back to the heart. Can you feel your heart beating in your chest? Maybe in your arms or your hands, the neck. And begin to notice the surface underneath of you where it touches your skin. Feel the clothes on your body. And as you begin to bring your awareness back here into the room, I'm going to read you today's passage from our book, Journey to the Heart. Transcend your judgments. Not judging people is really a practical issue, a friend explained. Everybody does something they could be judged for. If we start judging, we'll spend all of our time doing that. My friend was right, but not judging is more than a practical matter. It is a spiritual issue as well. I used to spend a lot of time judging other people. I used to think that the world was divided into right and wrong. I thought judging others would help me stay clear on the difference. I thought judging was my job. Now I've learned something new about judgments and about myself. Judging others is what I do when I feel afraid, insecure, and limited. Judging others is something I do when I am afraid to love, when I can't accept love because I can't accept myself. And most important, I've learned that judging others is not my job. When I judge others, I judge myself. Yes, there are issues we need to work on. Many of us have quirks we may live with most of our lives. But judging doesn't help. Judgments limit us. Judgments condemn. They say, my past is not as it should be. I'm wrong. My life is wrong. Judgments put us in prison, no matter where we are. Judgments come from the head. Freedom and love come from the heart. Transcending judgments will set you free. Learn to look at yourself in love. Who you are, where you've been. Learn to look at others with love too. When we accept others with freedom and love, we accept ourselves. Judgments put up barriers. Transcend your judgments and you'll be free. I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. And if you'd like to begin to awaken your bodies, if you haven't already, you can start to wiggle out the fingers and the toes. Maybe stretch the body. I like to take a big stretch, reaching my arms behind my head, pointing my toes and arching my back. And some people like to windshield wiper the legs. And just start to a little movement in the neck maybe. Rock your head right and left. Begin to notice where you're at. Once again, spatial awareness. Where are you in the room? Where are you on your mats? Where are you in space and time? I like to end class, hands in prayer, Anjali Mudra. Once again, thank you all so much for coming. And Melissa on the computer, thank you, my dear. The divine in me honors and cherishes the divine in all of you. Namaste. Thank you. Namaste.